A brand new Democratic bill, the first of many puzzle pieces to the next stimulus package, and major developments on income eligibility. Welcome back, everyone, to your stimulus check and stimulus package update for today. I do hope you enjoyed your weekend. And despite the second impeachment trial of former President Trump being underway, we have major news surrounding stimulus. This time, House Democrats have unveiled a brand new bill that would essentially cement the income eligibility for the next stimulus check. And it also entails early details of the Biden stimulus package. This new bill will effectively be the foundation of the third round of stimulus. But before we get started, as always, if you have been enjoying my content and you'd like to see more from my channel, make sure that you are subscribed. Click that big red button. Also click the notification bell as well. That will actually notify you when I do generate a brand new video. And you're going to want to be subscribed because we're actually doing our next cash giveaway when we do hit 20K, 20,000 subscribers is when we'll be doing our next cash giveaway. We'll be giving away double the amount of cash this time. And if you'd like to support the channel even further and you have enjoyed my content, make sure you do drop a big thumbs up on this video, smash the like button. I would greatly appreciate that. So let's get started. Let's dive right in to what's going on. So that's right, late Monday, House Democrats released more details of their coronavirus aid relief package. And yes, this does include direct payments of $1,400 to eligible Americans. But for the last couple of weeks, there has been so much discussion and dialogue surrounding potentially lowering those income thresholds so that way less Americans would qualify for this round of stimulus checks than they did the first two stimulus checks. We've heard figures floated around from conservatives and moderate Democrats of $50,000 a year in adjusted gross income. We've also heard the figure of $60,000 just recently from the Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. But you'll be delighted to hear, especially if you are a school teacher, perhaps you are a police officer, you will be very elated to hear that the income eligibility under this new bill will not change. You heard that correctly. The text of this new bill means that individuals earning up to $75,000 per year, as well as their dependents, would receive $1,400 cash payments. They would receive the full $1,400, and couples earning up to $150,000 a year would receive the full $2,800. This also means that a family of four that meets all the eligibility requirements would receive a lump sum of $5,600. Now, we've had many questions down below in the comments section box, and by the way, if you do have any questions, I'll try my best to answer them, but we've also formed this sort of community of people helping each other, so I do like to see that as well. But many people have been asking me about the tax return income and which year specifically is this income based off of. Well, under this Democratic bill, the income will be based on a taxpayer's adjusted gross income, or AGI, and it can be from the 2019 or 2020 tax year. The stimulus payment phases out between $75,000 and $100,000 in adjusted gross income for individuals, and between $150,000 and $200,000 for couples filing jointly. Heads of households will get the full amount if they earned up to $112,500, and it will phase out completely at $150,000. We've also been asked numerous times about dependents and will adult dependents qualify for the third injection of stimulus. Well, you will also be happy to hear that under the House plan, under the House bill, adult dependents will qualify, dependents of all ages. This includes many more Americans, including college students, disabled adults, the elderly. These are all people that are claimed on other people's tax returns. So because of this expanded eligibility, many more households will receive significantly more money under this framework than the previous two rounds of stimulus. For example, under the CARES Act, signed back in March, the first round of stimulus feels like an eternity ago, but it was actually less than a year ago. A two-parent household with an 18-year-old dependent that met all of the eligibility requirements would have only received $2,400 because that's two $1,200 stimulus checks. But under the new bill, this household would now receive $4,200. According to reports, the House is allegedly working on other features of the bill, and it will closely mirror the $1.9 trillion stimulus plan that Joe Biden released back in January. The new version of the bill will actually be voted on the House Ways and Means Committee this week, despite the impeachment trial. And not only were stimulus checks unleashed in this plan, but also we did learn about unemployment benefits. In addition to the $1,400 per person payments to most households, the Democratic coronavirus relief bill also included a $400 a week unemployment insurance payment through August 29th. This bill would not narrow the eligibility as significantly as the Republican-backed proposal. That proposal would have excluded an estimated 29 million households that received earlier payments. By comparison, the GOP plan called for smaller payments of just $1,000 instead of $1,400 to individuals earning less than $40,000 a year and couples earning less than $80,000. the payments would phase out faster, cutting off individuals making more than $50,000 a year and couples making more than $100,000. So we know for a fact that the House bill will definitely decisively pass the House of Representatives, even if it were to perfectly match and mirror Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion stimulus plan. This is because we have seen similar proposals pass in the House, such as the HEROES Act, the first iteration of it, and the revised version. That actually was larger in size than this bill, and it still passed the House. So that does leave the question, would this bill pass the Senate? Because in the Senate, we did have more moderate Democrats that were pushing for those income thresholds to be lowered. So would this bill pass the Senate? Well, as an example, Senator Raphael Warnock, who was elected in the Georgia runoff races, indicated in an interview that he would be open to keeping the same income eligibility and would not be in favor of tightening the income thresholds. He had said, quote, "I think people making $75,000 in Georgia are struggling in many instances. I am committed to getting as many people help as soon as we can." He had added that we need a robust package. As we had discussed in a previous update, Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont had criticized the emerging plan for only keeping those eligibility income thresholds to $50,000 a year for individuals. He had actually called it, quote, "unbelievable." He had said in this tweet, "In other words, working class people who got checks from Trump would not get them from Biden. Brilliant." But at the same time, there is a great deal of criticism and accusation that the Democrats bait and switched voters, because remember, Raphael Warnock and Jon Ossoff were elected to the Senate on the promise that they would deliver $2,000 stimulus checks, but instead, we only got $1,400. It wasn't just those two senators pledging to provide $2,000 stimulus payments. Even President Biden, who had just been newly elected, was also pledging on their behalf. He had said, quote, "Their election will put an end to the block in Washington. That $2,000 stimulus check, that money would go out the door immediately to help people who are in real trouble." He had said this in the waning days of the fiercely contested runoff races. The Georgia senator is now emerging as another advocate of aggressive federal action to combat the pandemic, on top of other lawmakers like Bernie Sanders. He had said, "The first thing we got to do is we got to pass this COVID stimulus package. We cannot delay on this another day. People in Georgia are suffering, and so are millions of Americans all across this country." This certainly bodes well that the House and Ways Committee will be voting on this measure this coming week, regardless of whether or not there is an impeachment trial of a former president. This is great news for stimulus. If the bill could be passed in the middle of this month and the Senate take up this bill and take a vote on it later towards the end of this month, we could see stimulus checks start to go out as soon as early March. Perhaps this impeachment trial should have been pushed just a few more weeks so that way the Congress can solely focus on stimulus. What are your thoughts? Do you think this impeachment trial is necessary, or could it wait just a little bit more as it is of a former president? What are your thoughts? Let me know down below in the comments. I'm curious to hear. More updates and developments will be coming very soon. If you did enjoy this video, as always, give it a big thumbs up, smash the like button, and if you'd like to see more videos from my channel, make sure you are subscribed. Click the big red button. Also click the notification bell as well. That will notify you when I do post a brand new video. Now, if you don't want to wait until the cash giveaway to get some free moolah, well, you can use my links down below in the description. When you sign up with Robinhood or Webull, you'll get free stocks, some valued up to thousands of dollars in some cases, and you'll get multiple stocks. You can get more stocks for referring your friends and family. So use my links down below in the description. Sign up with Robinhood or Webull, or both if you'd like. But I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.